Alright, well, this is the second one of these that I'm welding on. This is a Fender mount bolt. So I've put it in from the back side, and I think this will just fit into the hole. But if I have to grind that down, then I can do that. But you know, the other way would be to put it facing the other way, but then it has a big square thing, so, or a big rectangular thing. So let's see, I can set up this camera right here, and let's just see if it can capture what I do here. All right, let's see if it'll. Let's see if it'll get it. Ah. Boy. Okay, well, I welded this thing in the back. I had slightly messed up the threads in the front, so I ran the bolt through it like this, and it comes all the way through. So that is not coming out, but like I said, it's always ugly. Like, look at this one, nice and clean. Look at this one. Oh my god, it's so ugly. All right. All right, well, I'm just trying to work my way back on this chassis, and I got out the emergency brake handle by hammering out this pin. So I saved the pin with the 2 clips. I also looked at the back of how this thing works, and it was not set up correctly, but now I put there's a little bend in there. I put that on there, so now you can see how that does that when I push the button. So that, and you're gonna pull it, locks in, you push the button, it lets it down. So that's how that's gonna work, and I need to sand this, so I'm gonna sand this down. I probably will replace this with one of the chrome little buttons, so that it matches this. So but for the time being, what I need to do is, I'm trying to paint the chassis, so I need to get rid of the rest of these things here. That is, these little, I don't know what this is, like a little choke, possibly choke and heater. But I need to get rid of all this and wire brush this down, and I'm gonna have to replace all of the, I'm gonna have to replace all these cables and whatever. If you look at this emergency brake cable, it is not looking good. There's two of them, so I guess that maybe goes to both. To go to both sides of the rear. I don't know. Have to check that out. But here, connected to some kind of cable. This is probably the heat. But take that off. I'll have to replace that cable. I'm going to wire brush that down so I can paint this. And I just have to take this one off here. Since my motor is not going to have a choke, since I have the dual Weber carbs, it's a good question as to what do you connect your choke cable to. Okay, well, just take both of those things off and probably put them in a Ziploc bag and save these things for later. This is broken here, but this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna wire brush this down and continue with the black. I gotta continue with the back end of this chassis. These things look like they're in there as part of it, so leave those studs in there in this bracket. So all looks good.